Chapter 3. Who would want someone your size? My question barely registered with him. He simply pulled on the white wedding dress closer, sneering at me. His brows knitted together as he spoke rigidly. But she is my bride. I told you not to contact me. We are done. His words hit me like bombs, leaving my world in chaos. Everything turned red, and a ringing filled my ears. Memories of my life with Andy flashed before my eyes. Hurt clawed at my heart, tearing it apart like a vicious beast. This was not how I expected my day to unfold. Maybe I was trapped in a nightmare and just needed to wake up. But no, this was real. This was happening. Despite the turmoil churning in my stomach, I stood tall. I wouldn't crumble in front of a cheater and a liar. Why? Was our whole relationship a joke to you? How could you betray me like this? I asked, my voice rising. My shocked gaze flickered to the slender woman on his arm. Her pristine white dress screamed luxury, and her figure was the epitome of the keto lifestyle I often admired online. She remained silent, a mocking smile playing on her lips, likely well aware of my relationship with Andy. Andy shoved his free hand into his pants pocket, looking down at me as if I were a speck of dirt on his polished Santoni shoes. Where had the kind Andy gone? The one who used to hold me like I was a delicate flower? He scoffed. Let's be real, Arata. I only dated you for the status and money your father has. Otherwise, who would want someone your size? People tolerate you because of your family name. His disdainful gaze swept over my body, making my skin crawl. My size? Hadn't he once claimed to love my curves, insisting he didn't want a skinny Barbie? I wasn't fat. I had curves in all the right places and thick thighs. I was tall, but I loved my body and was confident in it. Yet his words felt like cold water pouring over me, igniting a flicker of doubt about my appearance. It gnawed at my soul that the man I loved so deeply held such a view. I quickly suppressed that feeling. No man would belittle me because of how I looked. My parents had raised me better. Still, a seed of doubt was planted in my heart that day. Then you're not the person I fell in love with, Andy. You're just like those men who judge women by their looks. You've disappointed me, I spat, struggling to keep my emotions in check. It was hard to remain strong when the person you loved attacked you where it hurt most. I don't care. Leave and don't show your face or your disgusting body again. I've found the woman of my dreams. He waved me away as if I were a beggar, disturbing his peace. The woman beside him snickered, clearly approving of his behavior. What kind of people take pleasure in someone else's misery? Psychos and sickos. My hands balled into fists, my knuckles whitening with rage. I wanted to scratch his face, my nostrils flaring. Says the man who can't last more than 10 minutes, I shot back. I wouldn't stand there and take it. I was Arata Zier. Pointing at the keto doll in the white dress, I added, You better arrange a vibrator for yourself if you want satisfaction. Both of them turned as red as the tomatoes my grandma loved to grow. How dare you? Andy took a threatening step toward me, fury blazing in his eyes. I braced myself for a possible attack. But then, someone swooped past me like a gust of autumn wind and landed a solid punch on Andy's face. In that moment, chaos erupted. Andy stumbled back, blood gushing from his nose. The bride gasped, hands flying to her mouth. 3 reporters rushed in like pesky mosquitoes, cameras flashing, eager to capture this scandal. I preferred to keep a low profile, but Andy thrived on attention. You bastard! You tried to insult Arata and Mr. Zier, Uncle Kale roared, looming over a stunned Andy. He attempted to crawl away, but Uncle Kale grabbed him by the lapel and landed another punch. Thwack! A bone-crunching sound echoed, and I knew Andy's perfect nose was broken. He wailed, shielding his face with his hands, cowering like the coward he had become. Deep down, I felt he deserved this after what he'd done to me. But I shook my head. We couldn't stoop to his level. The cameras flashed as reporters swarmed around us. Uncle Kale, he's not worth it. Let's go. I placed my hand on his broad shoulder, and he paused, his face contorted with anger and revulsion I had never seen before. What happened, Miss Arata? Did Mr. Andy leave you for someone else? Is this your revenge plan? Will you press charges, Mr. Andy? A barrage of questions bombarded us, but Uncle Kale shielded me, pushing back against the reporters while smashing their cameras on the ground. They scurried away, sensing the danger he radiated. Let's go, Miss Arata. We're done with scum like him, Uncle Kale spat, turning to me. His eyes softened. I nodded, but before we left, I had one last thing to do. Twisting the engagement ring he had given me, I ripped it off and threw it at his face. It struck his forehead and clattered to the ground. Twink! My heart clenched as if I had thrown away a piece of myself. No, Arata, this man isn't worth it. I reminded myself. I wish I had never met you. May karma find you, I spat in disgust, but he merely watched, unmoved. Something flickered in his eyes, but it vanished before I could grasp it. Uncle Kale led me away, and I glanced back at Andy and the woman he had chosen over me. She was helping him up, his eyes still fixed on me. Where had our love gone? Was it all an illusion? How long had he been cheating, or had my figure finally disgusted him? Was I just a means to an end? Was my identity solely as Arata Zaire? Did no one see me as just Arata? My parents were respected figures in Angel City. Did that mean I would forever live in their shadow? Would every man judge me like Andy did? So many questions flooded my mind as I settled into my father's car, moving purely on instinct. Andy was my first love, and he had trampled all over my heart. Would I ever trust and love another man again? The more I pondered, the angrier I became. I would show Andy that I could attract any man I wanted. That thought took root, ready to blossom into something powerful. As the car began to move, the universe seemed to respond to my desperate call. A random message flashed on my screen. Are you looking for a job? We have the right one for you over at America City. Apply and join Arston Empire, the leading clothing brand. Test your luck. You might be the new face of our company. It was just a recruitment message, but it struck me as an opportunity, an escape, a chance to discover my true self.